Time to grab your favorite hoodie or sweater as I share with you today my 5 soaps for the fall. Coming up. Hi guys, welcome back. This is John from Leatherhog, and today we're going to be talking about scents for the fall. Now, fall is one of my favorite times of year. In the summer, I think you're really limited to what scents, soap scents or fragrances that you can use, because with the high heat, certain notes can become just really, really abrasive, aggressive, and with the fall brings cooler weather and just opens up possibilities. A lot of these scents chosen have either a cozy feel, a warming feel, some spice is added in the mix, sometimes even booziness. It's just a lot more variety than the scents that you can reach for in the summer. Now, before we get into the list, I do want to mention that all the soaps mentioned here, other than the honorable mention, are available right now from the artisans or a third-party vendor. All right, so first up is my honorable mention. And for today, we have Barrister & Man Nocturne. Now, Nocturne was one of my favorite soaps for 2018. Now, the reason this is not on the main list and honorable mention is because it's not currently available. However, I did see on a thread on Reddit that Will is going to bring it back for the fall of 2020. So if this sounds interesting at all to you, besides the secondhand market, you can plan to purchase this next fall. So let's get into the scent notes. I'm going to take a sniff off the tub. Yeah, so the scent notes that I get are apple, fallen leaves, and smoke. And really, that is fall in New England. And in particular, it brings to mind apple picking, which I go with my family every year. I think at this point, the apple picking is more about the cider donuts as opposed to the actual apples, but everyone has a great time, especially my kids. So scent strength on Barrister & Man Nocturne is about medium, maybe medium strong, and the performance of the soap is excellent, one of the best on the market, and one that I wouldn't hesitate to recommend. So that again was Barrister & Man Nocturne. All right, so moving on to the main list. First at number 1, we have from Noble Otter, Thé Noir et Vanille. So Thé Noir et Vanille, which translates to black tea and vanilla, is a wonderful, wonderful scent, and it was the first soap I got from Noble Otter after trying a sample. All right, so let's take a sniff off the tub. To my nose, the jasmine and strawberry are up front, but following very closely is the black tea note. And there really aren't too many black tea scents, I feel like, in wet shaving. They're around, but I think they're far and few between. The other official notes listed for this one were bergamot and vanilla. And I think upon lathering up and really opening up the scent, you can detect those as well. The inspiration behind Thé Noir et Vanille is a late night cup of tea in Paris. If you're a fan of black tea, I would highly recommend trying this one. Yeah, this one's really one that I'll keep going back to the tub just because the scent is so wonderful. I think it can be hard to do the note of jasmine well in that a lot of times it'll kind of come off as off, even kind of dirty or rank. But in this scent, it is wonderfully blended. It's got complexity to it. The scent strength on this is medium to medium strong. And the Noble Otter soap base too is an excellent performer. Next up at number 2, we have Southern Witchcraft's Sandalwood. Now, those of you familiar with Southern Witchcrafts might think that Sandalwood's kind of funny choice because the majority of the scents from Southern Witchcrafts, if you looked at the label design, the website design, there's a strong gothic theme, and many of the soaps are inspired by horror movies. So any horror movie fans, take a look at their offerings because you'll see a lot of references to cult classics. And along with that gothic theme, a lot of the scents do have a darker quality to it, as well as a lot of florals. I would say it falls perfectly in the fall. So Sandalwood from Southern Witchcrafts is a simpler scent compared to the other offerings by the artisan. If dark scents are your thing, I would definitely recommend scents like Autumn Ash or Druidia. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sniff from the tub. Yes, so it's a very nice sandalwood. I actually love sandalwood for the fall and the winter. It's very masculine, I'd say. It's on the drier side, not really any sweetness to it, but really, really enjoyable. Scent strength off the tub of sandalwood is about medium. I also want to mention that the vegan base from Southern Witchcrafts is excellent. And the first time that I used it, I actually didn't know whether it was tallow or vegan. So if that tells you anything, there's an argument between what's better, tallow or vegan. I think there's excellent soaps in both. There are tallows that are better than vegan. There are vegan bases that are better than tallow. You really have to try it out for yourself and see what you think. Moving on to number 3, we have Sandpiper from Sterling Soap Company. Now it's hard to make a list without Sterling because there are so many scent options from them and the price point is hard to beat. In general for these lists too, I always like to include a cologne dupe because I think most wet shavers want at least one, if not more, in their lineup. So Sandpiper is based on a best-selling fragrance from Yves Saint Laurent called La Nuit de l'Homme, which translates to Night of the Man and perfectly describes when you'd use this. Like I mentioned, it's a date night, it's evening, it could be for formal use, and actually I think this could be even used for the daytime during the cooler months. Alright, so I'm gonna take a sniff off the tub of Sandpiper. This is also about medium scent strength. Some of the notes I'm getting here are cardamom, lavender, bergamot, and other listed notes that might not be so easily detectable but are there are caraway, cedar, and vetiver. But altogether it's blended really well and I think this deserves a spot in anyone's shave den. The scent on Sandpiper is so good it might have you clamoring for a bottle of the fragrance. Next up at number 4 we have Holy Cow King of Bourbon. So with Holy Cow King of Bourbon, one thing to note is that the bourbon mentioned here, we're not talking a boozy bourbon, but actually bourbon is in reference to the type of vanilla used here. Alright, so I'm gonna sniff the tub. So besides the vanilla, the next kind of heavy hitter note is tobacco. And that's such a great combination that you'll find both in soaps and in the fragrance world, where tobacco, vanilla, and then kind of a mixture of other notes. You'll find something that's very warm, sweet, and inviting. The official scent notes for this one are vanilla, tobacco, ginger, vetiver, cypriol, ylang ylang, and cassie absolute. Now one other thing I want to mention in particular is that a lot of soaps kind of in this scent profile uses an ingredient called vanillin, which makes the soap dark like this. And for those of you using natural hair brushes, Boar, Badger, what have you, you want to be really careful in that vanillin can stain the actual hairs. So my recommendation would be to use your favorite synthetic knot so as not to ruin your favorite natural hair brush. Scent strength of King of Bourbon is strong, and you're going to have your choice of some really wonderful soap bases here. I have it in vegan, which a lot of people actually don't talk about. I think the current tallow base for Holy Cow Bouffala gets all the attention, but don't miss out on Holy Cow's vegan base, as it provides a really dense, creamy, luxurious lather. Finally, last up at the number 5 spot, we have Ariana Evans Asian Plum. So Asian Plum is probably one of my favorite offerings from this artisan. The scent itself was inspired by a discontinued Italian shaving soap called I Coloniali. The official scent notes on this one are plum, tobacco, dried fruits, tonka bean, coffee, vanilla, and plumeria. But really, they're all blended together really well, like a cologne, and that you're not detecting each and every single note, but everything's working very harmoniously together. Now, the other thing here to note is that A&E has one of my favorite soap bases. It's got goat's milk and lanolin, just to highlight a few of the ingredients in here. And similarly to Holy Cow King of Bourbon, Asian Plum also has a bit of a darker appearance. I'm pretty sure it's the vanillin giving the soap that dark appearance. You'll probably also want to use a synthetic brush for this one. But regarding the lather, this is easily in my top 3. A&D offers a wide variety of different scents, so if Asian Plum doesn't sound like your thing, I'm sure you'll find something you like in their catalog. Alright, so that's my fall list. Have you tried any of them before? Did I miss one of your favorites? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you could drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for your time in watching this video, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.